Siddhi and welcome back in my channel in Knowledge with Fun. And today we are going to solve problems on simple interest, and we are also going to understand. We are also going to understand what do we mean by it, right? So let's begin. And yeah, before starting, don't forget to share among all your friends so that they can also gain this knowledge, right? Cause sharing knowledge helps in gaining knowledge, right? Yeah. So what is right here is that simple interest. Okay, so what is simple interest? It is the extra money. Okay, so it is the additional money, okay, which the lender gets from a borrower in consideration of the sum used by the borrower. So basically, when we can say that it is the extra amount which is added to the borrowed money or the invested money. Suppose you might have heard your parents talking about that, oh, we had invested something and we got this percent rate, or you might have heard any bank manager or a bank employee talk this, right? So what does it mean by? So suppose if I say that I want to invest my money, I got 25 rupees pocket money per month. Okay, I'm just giving an example, and I want to invest it for my future use. Okay, so that I can buy candies. I can buy candies on my birthday, or I can, I can throw out a party to my friends, right? I'm investing money for it. Okay, so for that, suppose I have 25 rupees, okay, and I want to invest this amount. So I'm investing 25 money in every month, and I on basis of 5% interest. So what does it mean by that? On my amount, 5% of my amount will be added. So what does it mean? Let's see. So basically the 5% of 25, which is 25 upon 20, which is 5 by 4. Okay, so 5 by 4 is basically added to 25 in all. Okay, so now, so this means that 1.25 rupees is added to 25, right? So 1.25 plus 25, which gives me 26.25, right? So what does it mean by it? So see, I have invested an amount. Okay, so basically what we can say is that interest is the additional money which is added to the borrowed money or the invested money. Okay, so now what is this P? P is basically the money which we have invested or which we have borrowed. Now what about rate? Rate is the annual rate of interest, like how much money is added to it, how much percent of money. Okay, how much percent of money is added to it. Sorry for the bad handwriting. Yeah, so now we come up to T. What is T? T is the length of time you borrow or invest. I said that I borrowed it. I invested my money twice. I invested it twice. Okay, one in 1 month and the another in another month. Okay, so what is going to be it? It is going to be that when I'm getting 5% per month, then I'm going to get 10% on the 2 months. So 25 plus 10% of 25. So 25 plus 10% of 25, right? Yeah. So this was about simple interest. Now you got what is interest. Interest is the money added. Okay, it is the money added to the amount which we have invested. Okay, which we have invested or borrowed. So then the final amount that we get after investing, that is called the amount of interest. Yeah. So now let's see about rate. So what about rate? Rate is, it is the interest for a fixed period on every 100 rupees, means on every x rupees, right? So rate of interest is 18% per year. So what does it mean? That on every 100 rupees, 100 is the minimum amount, okay? Minimum amount. Okay, so for investment, right? 100 is the minimum amount for investment here. Okay, that's why we have taken it 100. So 18% per year means on every 100 rupees per year, on 100 rupees, the interest in 1 year is going to be 18 rupees. How? Means I have added, first of all I find out, let me change the color of it so that you can make it out. Yeah, so first of all I have found the 18% on 100 rupees, right? So I have to find out 18% on 100 rupees, which is 18. Okay, yeah. So now it means that my invested money is going to be 18, means the total money that I am going to receive after investment is going to be 18 plus the money I invest earlier, which is going to be 118. Okay, got it? So have you guys got it now? Please do comment in the comment box. So if we say rate is 1.5%, it means on 100 rupees that particular month, the rate is going to be 1. First of all, find 1.5% on 100 rupees. So that is going to be 1.5 rupees. So now the interest is going to be I is going to be 1.5 rupees, but the money that we are going to receive after investment is going to be 1.5 plus the money which we have invested, means 100 plus. That gives us what? That gives us 100 plus 1.5, that is 101.5, right? Isn't it so? Yeah. So that is 101.5. Another topic, that is about time period. Now we are going to know about time period. So time is for which the sum is borrowed or lent. Time for which the sum of, I said it is invested for 2 months, means I will have a rate of interest twice. Okay, if I said that borrowed, so if I say that like the rate of interest on my borrowed amount for 2 months is going to be 10%, means 10 I have to pay to my I have to pay to the lender 10% of my borrowed money. Okay, so I have to actually pay more, right? Because like when I borrowed, it was just for 100 rupees, and that lender who gives me the money, he says that like 2% of 2% of rate of interest will be going to apply to this particular amount per month, and it was for 2 months basically. So basically I got 4%. Okay, so 4 upon 100, which means what? Which means 4, right? So I have to pay 100 plus 4, that is 104 to my borrower. Hope you guys got that particular thing. Yeah, so question on interest, resolve 4 quantities. What is it? The principal, the rate of interest, okay, the time period, and the interest, obviously. And it involves one more thing, that is the amount. Okay, amount, right? I forgot to add it in the point. Yeah, so it is amount. Why amount is basically, it can ask us that how much money I will get after how much money I have to give to my lender. Now I have to give 104, means interest plus the money I borrowed plus the principal amount. Okay, yeah. So now let's move to the another slide. So yeah, it's about amount. That's what I talk about right now. Basically, what is amount now? Amount is P plus interest, as I talked about it. So if I again I'm telling you guys, 100 I borrowed 100 rupees and 4% interest I applied on it, which means 100 plus interest, that is 104. I have to pay 104 to the lender. I move to the another slide now. It's about formula of simple interest. Okay, what is it? Now, what's the formula to find simple interest? It's the principal amount, means I borrowed 100 rupees, into the rate of interest, means 5% interest applied on it, into the time period for 2 months. That gives me 100 into 5 into 2. 100 into 5 into 2, that gives me 5 to the 10, and 10 into 100, that gives me 1000. Yeah, and then need to divide 1000 by 100. Why so? Because as you know, percentage when expressed as fraction, it contains 100 in denominator, right? 5 upon 100. So same like that, we are going to divide it by 10 now. That means that 1000 divided by 10, that gives us 1000 divided by 100, that gives us 10. So what is our interest? Interest is 10. Very easy. Don't you think it is a cup of tea, right? Isn't it? Yeah. So now let's just learn about this formula once more. Okay, let's conclude. The simple interest is PTR or PRT. You can understand like that way. I also understand it by that way. So PTR means principal, time, rate, interest. Okay, as rate is always expressed, right? 5 upon 100, so rate upon 100, so we got to have like that, PTR upon 100. Okay, hope that's clear to you. We got it like PTR upon 100. So this is an example that the borrower borrowed from ABC Bank, and like if the person borrowed some amount, the principal amount, so when he had to give back, when he had to return the amount, he had to pay that amount. In addition to it, the interest applied on it. Okay, so now I'm going to do some questions on simple interest on basis of this formula PTR upon 100, and you have to solve with me. You need to comment down your answers, okay, side by side. Let's just get to it. So the very first question says that we need to find the amount of a loan of 3000 at 4% per year and for 5 years. It is a cup of tea. It's very easy. It's extremely easy. Just a pie. Okay. Yeah. So what is saying that we need to find the amount. Amount equals to, let me write, P plus interest. And interest equals to PTR or PRT upon 100. I have written hint for you. Now you need to comment down the answers. Okay. So till the time, let's solve. So what's the solution given here? That P, we know P is 3000. Rate of interest, we knew that is 4%. Time, 5 years, right? So we need to find interest equals to PTR upon 100, PRT upon 100. That is 3000 into 4 into 5, which means 3000 into 20, that gives you 60,000. Now you need to divide 60,000 by 100. To cancel, what do we get? We got 600. So the interest equals to 600. Now amount equals to the principal amount, which is 3000, plus the interested amount, this interest amount, the amount which has interest. Okay, yeah. So what do we get? 3000 plus 600. That's very easy. It's 3600. Isn't it so? Let's proceed now. Yeah. So now the next question is find the interest on rupees 800 at 6%. There is at here, right? At 6% interest for 9 months. Simple. Remember the formula PTR or PRT upon 100. Okay. Yeah. So now let's see the solution of it. What do we get? Yeah, so what is it? We have been given the P P, R, and even T. We need to simply multiply all of them. 6 nines are, 54. So 54 into 800. What do we got? We got 43,200. And when we divide it by 100, we actually get 432. That's the interest amount. Okay, that's the interest. And when we have to find amount, we are going to add 432 to 800, and then we'll get 1232. That's going to be the amount. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question, that is, what sum will earn an interest of 480 in 3 years at 6% per year? Right, so what they have given here is that what sum will earn an interest of rupees 480. So they have given us the interest, that is 480, and we have been given 3, we have been given the time. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to find principal amount, right, into P upon 100. Remember this. So now we just have to substitute the value and have to find out. So what do we get? So we are going to keep 480. Okay, so what we have to do now, first of all, we are going to bring this P right here. It is PTR now, so we are going to bring a P. Okay, we have so we have got the P right here only, and we have shifted the rest thing aside. Okay, that is going to be 480 into 100 upon these things will come down, T into R, right, which means 480 into 100 divided by 16, 3 za, divided by 48, that gives us 1000. So what is our principal amount? It is 1000. Isn't it easy to find out? Now let's see the next question now. Yeah, so what does it say? It says, how long does Kate need to invest? It's asking us the time, right? It is asking us the time. What we need to do is to first of all apply the formula, that is I equals to PRT upon 100, right? And then what next? We are going to first of all write the values that are as follow: 4000 into what? Into the T into 3.33 upon 100. Isn't it so? I'm going to cancel this all off and make it little shorter for us to understand, for you all to understand basically. Yeah, now our I is this side, so I into 100 we have already cancelled, no need of it now. So this all will go down, 40 into 3.33. Okay, so what do we get now? So we got that 40 into 3.33 equals to 133. Let me write 133.2, right? And now we are going to do like 800 I upon what? I upon R into P, that we got 133.2. And when we are going to divide it by 133.2, then we are going to get 6.06006, which means 6 years, right? Isn't it so? And that's very easy. So you can simply do it. Like even if you want to do it by this way, that's also good, but I told you the obvious way, so, okay, so that you don't get confused anyhow. Okay, yeah, so now let's proceed to the next question now. Yeah, so the fourth question of ours is, at what rate percent per year will a sum of money double itself in 10 years? Means at what rate percent per year, like a sum of money double itself in 10 years. So this is a little tricky question. So what you have to do, okay, so see, okay, so let me show you the solution of it, so that you can easily get it side by side. So we have been given, like, we can assume the P as 100. Okay, so if we assume p by as 100, so double itself in 10 year mean double itself is what? Double itself that 100 into 2. Okay, so our amount is going to be 200. We don't know the rate, we don't know the interest. Okay, so what we have been given, that we have been given I, not I actually, we have been given the amount and we have been given p. So we can find I by, if you know a equals to p plus I. Okay, so if we want to find I, what we are going to do, we are going to take this p right here, so it is going to be a minus p equals to I. So what is a? A is 200, right? 200 minus 100 is 100. Okay, so now we got that I is also 100. Now how to find rate percent is, how to find rate percent? It is also very easy to find rate percent. We have to just do that method, that I into 100 upon p into the rest one are going to come down, p into t. How I got this? I got this by I equals to PRT upon 100 method. Okay, now we have to simplify. Now we just have to, okay, we have to evaluate our answer, we have to evaluate it. Okay, so now what we have been given here, that I is 100. Okay, so 100 into 100, that we got as 10,000. Okay, divided by p into t. We know that our p is 100 and our t is 10 years. Okay, 100 into 10, that is 1000. So what do we get? We got R as 10%. Was like, isn't it easy? Like, first of all, you might have got confused at what is given, what rubbish is this given. So much confusing. We don't know R, we don't know anything. How can we find out? See, how can we find out is, we have been given time. We have been given that the money doubles. So if we assume it as 100, so it is going to be, after 10 years it is going to be 200, and at that particular, and from that particular point only we can find. Got it? Yeah. So now the next is that find the simple interest and the amount when principal, rate and time. We have been given principal, we have been given the rate. So what we have to do, 1500 into 12 into 3 upon 100. Cancel 100 right here if you want. What we got? 15 into 12 into 3. We got 540. Let's see our answer. Okay, wait. One thing is there. One step is there. Okay, 540 is our interest. Amount equals to principal, which is 1500 plus 540. That is 2040, right? Let's see. Yeah, see, our answer is same. 540 and 2040. We have been finding out this, right? So it's so easy. So now let's solve the next question, which is how long will it take 1500 rupees to become rupees 2040 at 8% annum simple interest? Time. What is it asking? Time equals to I into 100 upon the rest one, P into R. Okay, now we are going to solve it. Okay, so what is it? It is the amount. So what is it? 1500. Okay, that is the principal amount. So we are not going to keep it above, we are going to keep it as denominator. So it is the 2p. Okay, so they have given us how long will it take this much to become this much at 8% annum per year. Okay, so first of all we need to find out amount. Okay, amount, because we have been not given the simple interest. So how to find out? 2040 minus 1500. It's the reverse of the question which we did just now. Okay, so we got amount as 5, actually interest as 540, not amount, interest as 540 after doing. So see, we have we have actually done like 0 says 0 cancel, right? And then what? And then we have done like, there should be actually 540 right here. I've actually done something wrong. Doesn't matter. Okay, so our time, this is wrong. Yeah, so what should be our time? Our time should actually be equals to 540 into 100, that is this much, upon 8 into 1500. Cancel off the zeros, and then it's saying that 540, 8 into 15 is 120, right? 540 divided by 120, that is 4.5 years. Okay, we got actually this one only. At last, this step was wrong, otherwise it's correct. Okay, yeah. So, hope enjoyed today's session and found today's math session helpful. Okay, thank you. Do subscribe to Knowledge with Fun Siddhi and don't forget to leave your heart touching comment and also share to all your friends. Take care. Bye.